I welcome you all. In this video, I'm going to talk about the next point from the article Strength Equations for Quarter Joint, and that article is point number D, failure of quarter. So basically the failure of quarter takes place, or it may takes place in three stresses: under shear stress, under bending stress, and under crushing stress. But the magnitude of shear stress and bending stress in the quarter is more, and hence many times the quarter is designed for shear stress and bending stress, and thus we can develop the equation for shear stress and bending stress in the quarter. So let us start this point. Now let us talk the first point in this failure of quarter, that is shear failure of quarter. Now let us consider this quarter. Now if you look at the cut section of this quarter, the total portion of quarter has three regions. That means this middle region of quarter is present in this spigot. This middle region of quarter present in this spigot. This top and bottom portion of quarter present in the socket. That means the middle portion of quarter present in spigot and top and bottom portion in present in socket. So according to this, if you talk about the shear failure of this quarter will fail in the two planes. So this is the first plane of failure and this is the second plane of failure of quarter. Okay, so if we speak specifically, this shear failure is nothing but a double shear failure of quarter because it fails in two planes. So this is the first plane of failure and this is the second plane of failure. So this is the diagram of free body diagram of quarter joint, and particularly this is the quarter and the forces acting on this quarter. So this force P which is acting towards right side, it is because of spigot, and these two forces P by 2 are due to socket. So this P by 2 and P by 2 forces acts towards left side, and this force P due to spigot acts towards right side. So this basically this middle portion which is present in the spigot, it will be pulled towards a right side by spigot, and this top and bottom portion of quarter which is present in the socket will be pulled towards a left side by this socket. So that failure is shown in this figure. So the failure takes place in these two planes. So this is the first plane of failure and this is the second plane of failure, and thus this type of failure is called as double shear failure of quarter. Okay, so this force P is because of spigot and these two forces P by 2 are due to the socket. Now as we know that this quarter joint is subjected to shear stress and it causes the shear failure of quarter. So let us write the equation for shear stress. Now shear stress is denoted by tau and it is given by tau is equal to P upon A. Now here area which is subjected to shear stress that we have to determine. Okay, so if you look at this quarter, it's one side is straight and one side has a taper. So due to that, the width of this quarter is less at the bottom and more at the top. Okay, so as we know that due to this taper, the widths are different at the top and bottom and it varies along the length of quarter. So we have to take the mean width of quarter in order to find out the area subjected to shear stress. Okay, so by considering the mean width of quarter, that is small b, and thickness of this quarter, let us find out the area which is subjected to shear stress. Now let us consider this diagram to find out the area A which is subjected to shear stress. Now here as we know that this is a tapered quarter and having a width B which is nothing but the mean width of quarter and having thickness T. Now if you consider this rectangular area, that is nothing but the area A1. Now this area A1 is nothing but the area subjected to shear stress which corresponds to first plane of failure. Okay, and similarly this is the bottom area which is exactly opposite to this area A1, and this it is denoted by A2. Now this area A2 is nothing but the area subjected to shear stress which corresponds to second plane of shear failure. Okay, so we have to add this area A1 and A2 to get the total area. Okay, so therefore total area subjected to shear stress is given by A is equal to A1 plus A2. Now if you consider area of this A1, its width is B. So as we know that this quarter has a taper, and we have to take the mean width b to find out the area. Okay, so this width we have to take as a small b, and thickness is t. So area A1 is b into t, plus area A2, its width again we have to take as a b, and thickness is t. So area A2 will be b into t. If we add this, we get the area as A is equal to twice b into t, and this is the area of quarter which is subjected to shear stress. Now let us put this value of area here in this equation so that we can get the final equation of shear stress tau. So tau is equal to P upon twice B into T. Okay, now this is the equation of shear stress tau which is induced in this quarter. Okay, now in this equation, tau is the induced shear stress, P is nothing but the external applied load, B is nothing but the mean width of quarter as shown here, T is nothing but the thickness of quarter.